Hello YouTube and welcome to my 7th VGC battle on Pokémon Showdown. Now in this battle I'm focusing on the move Weather Ball, which is a normal type move base 50 power. However, in weather it changes typing according to the weather and also doubles in power. So for instance in Hail it will become an ice type move with base 100 power. This I'm combining with the likes of Groudon, Kyogre and Abomasnow to change the typing through the battle. I'm using Roserade as the Weather Ball Pokemon, which actually has very high special attack. And I'm also using Leaf Storm as a counter to Kyogre, Sludge Bomb as a counter to Xerneas, and Dazzling Gleam for a bit more coverage over everything. So here you can see my team of Roserade, Espeon, Groudon, Kyogre, Abomasnow and Whimsicott, while my opponent has a much more abused team. So I start off by sending out Roserade and Abomasnow. My Roserade is actually Choice Specs for a bit of extra damage, and my Abomasnow is Focus Sash. He starts off with Hitmontop and Salamence, gets a double Intimidate, and then Mega Evolves his Salamence. I protect Abomasnow, expecting the Fake Out. Him looking at this, the only Ice type moves I have on this are Abomasnow, so that's the biggest threat. He Tailwind Salamence, then the Ice type Weather Ball hits that Salamence and one-shots it, which is absolutely brilliant. He then sends out Groudon, which resets the weather to Intense Sun and makes Weather Ball a Fire type move. I'm expecting him to use a Fire type move like Eruption, so switch to Kyogre, but also want to make Weather Ball into a Water type move. He predicts the switch into Kyogre, gets the Precipice Blades off, which doesn't take out Roserade, does quite a lot to Kyogre, and then he also close combats it, and then the Water type Weather Ball hits that Groudon and one-shots that as well. Absolutely fantastic. He then switches in Xerneas, and I go for a double switch. Roserade's locked into Weather Ball, so I want to be able to Sludge Bomb it. And I also switch Whimsicott in because I'm expecting him to Geomancy, so I want to be able to Encore him onto that to stop him from doing damage. And I predicted perfectly, he actually went for the Mach Punch into the Kyogre, and Whimsicott was able to come in and then get the Encore off on Xerneas and lock it in to Geomancy. He then close combats the Abomasnow, and Abomasnow is able to get a Blizzard off, which does actually hit both of them and does quite a lot of damage to that Hitmontop. He then goes for the Mach Punch onto the Abomasnow and takes that out, and then he's still locked into that Geomancy, so can't do anything but Geomancy. Whimsicott then Dazzling Gleams, takes out the Hitmontop and does a little bit more damage to the Xerneas. I then switch in Roserade. He still uses Geomancy, locked in because of Encore. Dazzling Gleam does a little bit, and then Sludge Bomb does a lot more, taking it down into the yellow and also poisoning him, which was pretty good. His Encore then ends, but he's in the middle stage of the Geomancy, so I taunt him to stop him from getting another boost, and then Sludge Bomb finishes him off, and Roserade was absolutely brilliant in that battle. Now, there were quite a lot of battles I had with this team when my opponent forfeited, because they got annoyed that Roserade was able to take them out with a Weather Ball. But this was my favourite other battle, where I actually started off with Roserade and Abomasnow. My opponent started off with Smeargle and Xerneas. I was expecting the Dark Void, so I switched the Abomasnow out into Espeon to get the Magic Bounce. Sludge Bomb one-shotted the Xerneas and took that out, and he did go for the Dark Void, which actually missed Roserade, bounced back onto his Smeargle and put him to sleep. And naturally, he forfeited straight away. But that first turn was absolutely perfect. It could not have gone any better. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've thoroughly enjoyed using this team, and hopefully I'll see you again for my next video. Thank you for watching.